Hi, friends. It's Lisa Maynard, and this is Kit Crush Wednesday. Thanks for joining me tonight. We are going to look at a new kit that's been out for a couple months, but it is the Cherry Blossom Treat box kit. And I'm going to wait a little bit to make sure that everybody's jumping on here and can find us while we're getting going here. So let's just wait a couple minutes. It's pretty cold here in Montana these days. It's been snowing in minus in the single and double digit negative. So we're hoping it's going to warm up here pretty soon. Now I'm not canceling. I'm hoping this turns out great. I've had some issues with my streaming software lately, so hopefully. So hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and we're going to get right to it. So this is the Cherry Blossom Treat Holder Kit. And here we go. There they are, the Cherry Blossom Treat Holder Kit, treat boxes. And aren't these just absolutely cute? And we are going to make one of these tonight. So this is the treat box, and I'll show you. There's little tags that go with it, and I'll show you exactly how to make these super, super cute. You can make 12 of these from one kit. So with that, I don't have anything in them, but with that, let's set these aside for a little bit, and we're going to bring in our kit, and let's take a look at what's in there, and then we're going to hop right to it. Now, as always, we've got our stamp set, and I have most of the stamps already on some blocks because that's just easier. And so you've got your stamp set, Stampin' Dimensionals. We always need those. And here we have our insert, so you can see what the stamps are. So as you can see, I have quite a few of them out, but this is great to have, so it lets you know when you're using one and if you've misplaced one. We have our instructions that come in very handy with it for this kit. And also I've got a couple of tips for you because I found it a lot easier to do it just a little bit different. So we've got some linen thread. We're going to use some of that tonight. We've got a clear block because all the kits come with clear blocks. And we've got some strips of double-sided adhesive. We're going to need those. And then we have our stamp spot. This time it's Early Espresso. I love this color, especially with the pink. It's a great, great color. We have our tags and our little cherry blossoms here that we're going to stamp on. And then we have our boxes that we're going to need. And that's it. So we have everything we need. So I'm going to go ahead and set this all back in here and set it aside for now. And we're going to go ahead and jump right in, and we're going to start and make this kit. All right. So let's bring in, I'm going to go ahead and bring in, now excuse the lobster, but we're going to need this for when we stamp. So we're going to go ahead and bring in this is one sheet of the tags, and as you can see, I've already stamped some of those out, but I wanted to show you when we get to that portion, you want to make sure that you're right on top of that. And then we have our tag, and we took the tag out of here, punched it out because we are going to stamp on this quite a bit, and as you can see, we're going to stamp off. So let's go ahead and do the stamping first. We are going to start with stamping. And I'm going to bring my, for ease of use, instead of opening that, I've got my regular size ink pad of Early Espresso, and I'm going to bring that right over here and set that right there so we can see, make sure that you're in there. Okay, right there. Now I'm going to bring in, the first stamp we're going to use is this cool, if you can tell, it's the branches and some little buds and flowers and stuff. So let's go ahead and ink this up just like that. And if you can see on this tag, there's a couple dots here, and we're going to place the leaves and one of those small flowers over those dots, and it's going to make it appear as if they're buds. So with that, it's a little tricky because they're just dots, and we don't have let's see, we want to make sure we don't have, yes, we don't have a precise way to do it. I was trying to figure out. So I think that I've got those in there. I'm going to go ahead and set this down, give it a good press, and lift it up. And there I've got those fairly well over those little dots, so they look like little buds. All right, that's perfect. It takes a little maneuvering around. It's kind of hard to see when you set it down, but that worked out really well. Then we're going to come in with our little flower, and we're going to go ahead and see this darker purple dot right there. We're going to put this right over there, and there it looks like a bud. If you can see that, it's covered, making that look like a bud. Isn't that super cute? All right, and then we are going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment on this one. And for this one, I chose For You. Now, as the other was, there's Best Wishes, Thank You, and I think there's one called Sweet Baby. So I'm going to choose this, For You, for this one. We're going to stamp that right at the bottom, just like that. Now, we're going to go ahead and set this aside because we don't need to stamp on this anymore. And I'm going to bring back in my tags because I found it a lot easier to stamp when these were still connected. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, we forgot one thing on this. There's some little tiny dots that we need to stamp on this. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And they are going to go right about up in here. Just like that. That's all you need to do. Just a little thing of dots, and there we're done with the tag. Now, let's bring this back in. We're going to go ahead and stamp one of these cherry blossoms with the bigger flower, and I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to try and not get my head in there, but I want to make sure that I've got that placed all around the outline of the flower, and that worked out really, really well. Now, as you can see earlier, I missed a little bit and I got outside of where that is die cut out. Let me see. So it's not a big deal. That's still, you can still use that, but just you need to practice maybe a little bit to make sure those get centered. So let's go ahead and take that and move those. I'm going to close up my ink pad right there, and we are going to grab the Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to grab one of these, and I'm going to put that on the back of this little cherry blossom. Take the backing off of that, and see that pink little dot in there? We're going to put that right there, and then that is going to be ready to adhere in a little bit. So we're going to get all that stuff out of the way, and I'm going to make sure I have my everything that I need. And I lost friends. I lost my linen thread. I thought I had some more already cut. And of course I don't. So we may have to go ahead and go in and do, oh, no, never mind. I found it. Sorry about that. So we've got our linen thread here. I've already cut it 12 inches, and we're going to adhere that in a little bit. Now, here we go. As you can see, probably, there's some score lines already on this. And that works really well in folding these and getting a nice crease. And we're going to fold all those over. And then the adhesive is going to go by right there. But what was very tricky is when you do this, the directions explain to you that you should fold it all together and then bend these so that they kind of fold in, and then you're folding these and these slide together. Well, I am telling you what, I messed up 2 of them. I could not for the life of me get it to do that without tearing these, without ripping these. So I came up with a little trick, and you could do this with a ruler and a stylus. You could do this with a ruler, anything that's kind of a blunt edge, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in my paper trimmer, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. So let's get this in here. just like so. And this is what I did. I went ahead and I put this box on my paper trimmer, and I put it so that this right here is that line in there. That's where you cut and you score. So I put that so I could see just a little bit about that. Just a tiny bit into that crevice there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score this fairly well with my scoring part of my paper trimmer. And then that gives me a nice score edge there, because then I can fold these parts. If you can see that, I'm not sure if you can, maybe on that side. In any event, there it's scored. So then when I go ahead and put this all together, it doesn't rip and tear. Now, if somebody has another idea, please let me know, because that was, again, I ruined 2 of them. Here's one I ruined. Ripped. I tried to tape it. I ripped the end off because these don't bend very well. These were not scored. And so you're trying to bend these and put this together like so, and they're supposed to slide. And I could not get it to work, friends. I couldn't get it. So I decided this was perfect. So let's go ahead and we are going to, first of all, we are going to fold and burnish all of our creases here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then right here and right here. And I don't know why it cuts out. Sometimes it goes black and then it comes back. So bear with me, friends. I don't know what that's all about. Now, I am making these. Guess what? If you're watching and you're coming to my workshop this weekend, I am making these for that class. So that is going to be super fun. Now, I'm not going to burnish these parts, but I am going to bend them just a little bit so that I know that they'll bend. And then we're going to flip this over just like so. Now, again, I could not get the double-sided adhesive to come off the plastic. So what I did is I just took the backing off of it. See, you can see that it's still on there. And then I'm going to come into this. We're going to put it right here on the front of this. And I just set it on there and I gave it a good press. And then I just lifted the adhesive strip and the plastic off of that, and it stayed right there. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to fold this over like this. This is how it's easy to adhere stuff when you have multiple parts. And we're just going to fold this over and we're going to give it just a good press like that. That's better than trying to hold it up and try to jimmy it around and all of those things. Now, this is where you fill your box with candy or whatever you'd like to put in it. So we're going to do this part last. We're going to do this part first. So I'm going to fold these down just like so. And then these 2 parts of the petal of the flower, want to make sure I've got those there, and they slide together, hopefully. It's a little tricky to get them started. And then once you get them started, it works pretty well. I have to make sure I've got it. There we go. There, just like that. You just have to line them up. And there is the petal of our cherry blossom box. Now see how this is bent. You know, this is not just a fold, it's bent there, but that's okay. I don't mind that because it was way easier to put it together. Then we're going to fold these 2 pieces down, put whatever you want in there, fold this down, and then just slide this part into here like so. Just jiggle it a little bit. Just be patient and it'll go in just like that. You can undo them without it breaking or anything. So that's how that goes. Just like that. Isn't that super cute? And now we're going to attach the tag. So we're going to put our linen thread through here and grab it. Make sure that this is about even. I'm going to go ahead, see it's about even on both sides. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this around, and we're going to make it tight, just like so. Now, go ahead and make our bow. And pull that tight. I want it tight. And it's a little tricky because you're working behind it and that cherry blossom kind of gets in the way. I'm going to grab that. Oops, that did not work correctly. Let's do it from this side instead. So go ahead and pull that. Wrap that around. Get that out of the way. Wrap this around. Not great at tying bows, and then this mist makes it a little bit more difficult. So there we go. And we're going to pull those ends out a little bit and grab those bow ends. Pull it tight, and then we can just fiddle around with it to make sure those bows look fairly even. And there we go, friends. There is our cherry blossom treat box. Isn't it super cute? Now it takes a little bit of time to get those all together. For sure it takes a little bit of time, but just use a little bit of patience and look how dang cute they are. These would be great for anything. Bridal showers, baby showers, you have a birthday party, anything like that. These are super, super fun. They do take a little bit of time. And if you want to use the tip that I showed you about scoring those edges, I just think that works great. So with that, I'm going to flip this camera around and we're going to finish up for tonight. So that was fairly quick. So thank you, friends, for joining me tonight. I hope that you liked this project and this kit. It is still available, and I'll put the link in the comments. This is a kit, so you can buy it. It's not a paper pumpkin, so you don't have to subscribe. It's still available through my website. So again, I'll put the link in the comments. And again, I appreciate every one of you that joins in every week. It's very nice to have people that follow me. I appreciate it. Tell your friends, and I'll just keep showing up for those that follow you. So I hope you have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of your week. And we will see you next Wednesday right here. Thanks, friends. Bye.